All right. Welcome in, everybody. Let's fuck. God damn it. I mean,
We're not in the right place.
we can fuck, but
Orgy returns.
so fucking frazzled getting this thing goddamn started. Everybody's out of order again. You're out of order.
Into Twitch or your Pornhub live.
I'm sorry.
Hello, everybody. Let's fuck.
This is not a promotion for another website.
We were
It's not even episode
context.
69. We can't even do the promotion properly. It's all over the place.
Amanda, say something,
I'm
please.
sorry, guys. Our sponsors just changed from Syrinscape to Pornhub.
All right, I need you to be a little bit louder.
We don't want to be sponsored by Syrinscape.
Testing
We don't want that.
my microphone.
Thank
1,
you.
2,
I
3.
appreciate that. Kelp, shut your beautiful
listen to
face.
him.
Never
Live your
be
life.
silent.
Live your life.
All right.
Chaos!
Well, high chaos start. You know what? You know what I've found? These high chaos beginnings to the episodes usually bring a lot of really good energy to the episode. So let's just carry that forward and kick some ass. We're gonna speed run this intro. So, question of the week. I'm gonna ask it. You're gonna think about it. I'm gonna give the recap, and then we're gonna answer. Got it? Good. So,
Got it.
is your character most
No.
swayed by ethos, pathos, or logos? And for those of you uninitiated, ethos is one's credibility. Okay? So you trust somebody because of their background. You trust them because you know that they can get X thing done. Pathos is more of an emotional response. Kelly Clarkson at 2 a.m. with a sad dog in a cage. And then logos is logic. You know, 2 + 2 = 4. I don't know why you're telling me 5. You know. So think about that. Now, last time on Fancie's Fables, our party met back up with dearest Phoebe, who was kidnapped in the night. During a harrowing event, she lost an arm. And our party is now hellbent on finding revenge. They still, however, have their journey ahead of them. And they traveled the rest of the way to Sembia, sneaking in using the directions given to them by the other adventurers that they had passed on their way. Once into the city proper, it was the decision of Valor, influenced by the rest of the party, for where to go and what to do. They needed a vessel in order to travel across the Sea of Fallen Stars to get to the Pirate Isles, the last known location of the last Godstone. But before they were able to find any vessels, they were caught off by Quartermaster Syrinx, an old member of the Purple Dragon Knights, who promptly threw them all into the Stronghold, the massive prison in Sembia. Valor was taken out of the prison and brought to the chambers of Queen Raedra Obarskir. And there she learned that the Queen's power no longer reaches as far as it once did, for it has been taken and split amongst others. And a meeting of these new power holders in Sembia is about to begin. And before we start the episode, let's see our party's answers. Is your character more influenced by ethos, pathos, or logos? Phoebe.
Well, I think it's no secret that little Phoebe doesn't really take into consideration the logical aspect of most people's characters when it comes to any situation. It's just, if they seem like an honest person, she's gonna trust them. So she is definitely an ethos kind of gal.
No one could have guessed that one.
No one. That was the hardest one to guess, I think.
And that's why we started with you. I mean, we could absolutely jump diagonally over to Kane. I think he's a toss-up.
You could absolutely, but is that what you really want to do?
Yes.
Okay. So the options were ethos, pathos, and logos.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think Kane, it depends on who he's working with. I think he fluctuates between the three. But if we're talking about just down to
Like a true leader.
If we're just down to the nitty gritty, he's working with people, he's new, like he's just, and like in his town, he would function on a lot of ethos. And then, you know, while he's traveling the party, he's what is it? Pathos?
Emotion?
For emotion. Yep. And then the logos would be like familiars and like people that he works with over and over and over. He understands them like they are recurring people in his life that he has to take note of what they do, so he understands how to work with them appropriate. Like I would say his relationship with Valor is the logical one. It's I know her reputation, I vouch for her reputation. How many times you hear Kane going, I know this guy's reputation, I know how fickle this guy is, I know how good this guy is. Like, so I think between the three it's situational. But yeah.
Okay. Good. Pretty much what I expected. So that is good for your characterization. Temin. This, I guess, would bring up an interesting question.
Indeed. Temin, let's see. When it comes to Logos, he is someone that defies the norm, so he doesn't really follow any sense of logic. Although he tries his best to learn and adapt to this way, he's very much an outsider in terms of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of ethos, with credibility and ethics, he would have liked to follow that for some time in what was his sense of justice, until he found out, you know, that the god he was following was really a god of war that was causing more death than saving people and protecting them. So he's really broken off, and the only thing that's really held on for him is his just unwavering sense of justice. So I would say pathos is really where he's at with emotions, and where he feels his heart is right. That's how he tends to move.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of rich emotion from Temin, which is not typically indicative of a Warforged, and as our party has seen facing off against other Warforged, Temin's certainly an outlier. Very good. Ko.
Your boy likes logic. And I would say Pathos would be a close second, but like where he currently stands, he's in a world where like he doesn't really know anybody except for the current party. So outside of them, his emotions are really usually in check, like because that's how he grew up and that's how he masks his present, hides his identity by keeping his emotions in check, lest his core spirit go noticed. Mm-hmm. So he has to be very logical in how he acts, period, just because of his particular goals, make the right allies who can help me get what I want, was his initial kind of standpoint when he got here. But of course, meeting Kane, that's when the pathos starts coming in the more emotional side. But I would say his initial relationship with Ethan was more on the logical side. Like, this is somebody who could assist in a more logical manner. Ethos, I would say prior to coming here, there could have been some more ethos going on with like the other Kalistar, particularly somebody like Pi or even Mare, knowing their status and stuff like that. It would have been easy for them to like guide him in a direction, but they no longer are really here. So yeah, Logos and Pathos.
Okay.
Evan, right?
Did you mean Evan?
Evan, yeah, did I say Ethan? Yeah, sorry.
I was like, who's Ethan?
Different
Ethan?
character in another thing.
Who's this?
All the E's, all
That's
the
okay.
E's.
In Hunter's
Evan.
campaign on Tuesdays, check it out, Pathfinder. My character's goddess is Estella, and I said Eldath. So, you know, that's a thing.
Nice.
All right.
Oh my god! Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Valor.
I would say, well, a very logical person. I would say Valor leans more towards pathos, especially probably a lot of her time in the army, because that's basically what it is. It's like, yeah, you have the rank of whatever, but do you back it up with like your reputation of everybody talking about you constantly? So I would probably say definitely more towards those two. And what even is egos? Just tosses that away. It doesn't use that very often.
Okay. Did you mean logos?
Maybe logos then? What's pathos then? Ego,
Pathos is emotion.
the emotional one.
Yep.
And what's ego? Or is it pathos
Those.
or ego?
Yeah,
Just
ethos, credibility, ego. Yeah, your standing, your.
Okay, so then ethos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
the one about reputation and like, I know this
Yeah.
person.
Yeah, that's ethos.
That one.
That makes
That
sense. Perfect. Well, speaking of credibility and experience in the military, the Cormian Kingdom has an elite group of knights known as Purple Dragon Knights. Valor was one of their greatest members before she left that life. Coming back now to Cormier and meeting again with her queen, Raedra Obarskir, certainly brings back a lot of memories of that time. We're going to switch now back to our story. Well, within the Grand Castle, in the war room, stands Queen Obarskir, Valor, and tucked away to the side, hiding to be inconspicuous but listening in all the same, is a small Phoebe shaped into a mouse. Well, as I said, Valor, those that have found it best to distribute my power amongst themselves, well, we will be having a meeting not too long. That's why I called you here. I think it would be good to have your input. And while they think they can take my power, I can still do at least that.
Okay. Great. Do you think... Yes. Good. Yep. Do you think can we get Kane and the rest of them out of jail? Is that also within your power still?
It should be. Syrinx holds most control over the stronghold these days, but I'm certain that I can get your companions out just as mere travelers passing through.
Yeah. What's the deal with the ports right now? Is nothing going in and out because of the attack? Or is it just shut down because it's easier?
Everything is closed because of the invading force. Usually with Sembia, we just have to send out naval battleships along with our merchants in order to ensure that they are not raided by the Sembian Navy. But with the Zentarim, we're not entirely sure of what their facets of power and control are, especially considering the fact that we had no idea they had forces so large. Nor these strange automatons and siege weapons.
Yeah, those war dogs are a bitch to fight. They blow up. It sucks.
Yes, it was
yeah,
unfortunate
but-
learning that.
Yeah, that wasn't super fun. But okay, see, cause yeah, it's important. We gotta get them out because dual war fronts. They're doing something for Waterdeep. Waterdeep?
Your companions
Yes, Waterdeep.
are doing something?
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
trying to remember where we came from. They need to get out through into the Sea of Fallen Stars for something for Waterdeep because many other things. It's long and drawn out, and they'll probably be able to explain it to you better than me. I was a little wrapped up when I heard what happened over here. So
Can you just reach to your camera real quick?
yeah, do the thing
There you
with
go.
the stuff because
Yep.
it all of a sudden
Oh.
decided to not anymore. Hello.
And then slowly bring your hand back to your face.
Oh, sorry. Slowly. Let's
Yeah.
look at my very.
Oh, well,
Good night.
broken forever.
Goodbye. Hello.
Thought it was going to be a quick fix.
No.
It's
Technical
happened.
issues are brought to
Why?
you by Syrinscape. I mean,
Damn.
Is it not working?
Bye.
Is it Syrinscape?
No. Haha.
This is why I don't use Syrinscape. This is
Oh,
why we don't let
oh,
Syrinscape
oh.
sponsor us.
Had to get really
Perfect.
close to it.
All right. Syrinscape, you know we love to hate you. So,
Almost got us.
I'm certain that we could spare a vessel for them to take. Do be warned, though, as I said, we're not entirely sure what the threats are on the Sea of Fallen Stars at the moment. So they would be sailing into their own risk.
Yeah, I think they're fully prepared for that. Yeah, no, I think it would be really important to get them in here for that meeting because they have lots of really helpful information, I'm sure, that would be able to aid against the assholes out there.
I will bring it up. Unfortunately, bringing you as surprise into the meeting is, I think, enough for the introduction, and perhaps I can leverage them into it. I do
Good
still
help.
trust you very much.
Ugh, I appreciate that. Thank you. I want to be trustworthy. I want to help. I hope that I can prove it to y'all.
Well, we do not get to choose when people come back into our lives, but I hope that you continue to prove that you are here with good intention.
Of course.
All right. Well, spending your time in the stronghold, you were there for a few hours before a guard came and got you and brought you to the Queen. It is the afternoon at this point because... No, hold on. When you guys arrived here... No, it was midday. It was midday when you guys arrived, because you traveled from that abandoned town over by the edge of that gulf. So yes, it is actually approaching evening now. And the Queen gestures for you to follow her to the not a cathedral, but the like a meeting room. All right. And does our small rodent follow? Okay. Remind me of how long that lasts. Is that an hour?
Find out.
Great question.
Better scramble like an egg before I fold like an omelet.
That's pretty good. I haven't heard that one.
That's a goodie.
Yeah.
Write that down. Write that down.
Write that down. Write that down.
Why can I never find what I'm looking for the minute that I need it? Ah, yes. Here it is. You can transform into a flying, swimming beast shapes. This, that, the other thing. I automatically revert if I fall unconscious or drop to 0 hit points.
Is this a feat? Wild shape, yes. You can stay in the beast shape for 1 hour before reverting back to your normal form.
Couldn't read. Can't find that anywhere.
Right before the rest of everything you read.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
It has been about 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Okay. Well, back in the stronghold, our party is behind bars. Temin is in a separate cell because he was pretending to be stockpiles on top of his fiendish turtle, Raffaangelo. Beside them in another cell is a blue tiefling. He has just introduced himself as Captain Temerity, captain of the Spectral Maiden, from which he was mutinied and now finds himself here. Aye, then what y'all be needing is a ship.
You don't say.
Heading out into the sea of fallen stars these days is risky. You need a good vessel in order to transport you across them waters.
Yeah, we do. But you see, I know what mutiny means, and you are in these cells without a ship.
Yes. But I know of a ship almost as fast as the Spectral Maiden.
Huh. Mm-hmm.
You see, docked here in Sembia is a grand merchant ship, the Dauntless. They say one by the name of Regent Arthur Amberhawk uses it to travel through many coasts on the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Let's see.
This ship can make a 3 days travel in only 2.
I can see why you'd like to get your hands on such a ship.
Aye, for it's my step back to the Spectral Maiden, and yours, so long as you can help me out of here. For I don't think any of you have a lick of experience behind the lines of a boat.
That may be true, but I have plenty of experience with, traders and liars and criminals, and you know what? I say we got a deal.
Aye, you smart man. He kind of reaches his arm back out again.
I won't shake his hand.
'Tis bad luck not to seal an agreement with a handshake.
Oh, is it?
Aye.
I think what's more bad luck is getting mutinied and then running away with a pirate. I think our luck's evened out.
You see his hand kind of closes. 'Tis a spot of bad luck, then. It's a good thing I'm used to acting under the pressure of bad luck.
So, first things first, we've got to get out of here in order to get your ship, the Dauntless, so that we can get your other ship, right? The one that you lost.
Aye.
And do you have a plan for this current predicament?
Nay. They've taken all of my trinkets. I'm unable to pick the lock with what's in here.
Did they take all of our belongings? I know we gave weapons over, but anything else?
They took your obvious weapons. They didn't search you for holdouts, like small daggers. And they didn't take your personal bags, which...
Oh.
I'm certain that they were like, yeah, we'll just toss them in here for now. But it's been hours.
Can I examine the bars and everything real quick?
Yeah. Give me a perception.
Perception. Get over here, metal die. Nice. 24.
Perfect. So I'm going to give you a description of the bars, and you're going to tell me what specific you'll be looking for. So
Okay.
The structure of these, it is a finely crafted iron. It's not rusted. Typically when you see dungeons or prisons, the bars have seen plenty of wear. In fact, especially about the height where one could hold their hands or arms, there'd be those oils would definitely do a number on the metal there. But these are sturdy. They haven't been polished because there's no need to, but very good craftsmanship. In fact, as you look along the edges of it, you see that the iron and steel of these bars are encased within the stone itself. So getting the hinges or getting the the edges off of their bolts, as it were, would be impossible. Looking at the door itself that you came in, it is a swinging door, but you see that the hinges are like double secured. So they have an inner and outer casing just to make sure that it can't be lifted or finagled or jiggled in any way. And then looking at the lock on this door itself, you see on the back of it, it's like a plate. And then if you kind of like crane and peek to get an angle on it, you can see that there is a keyhole.
All right. So I would have been looking for any signs of weakness in the structural integrity, but it seems like there isn't. Some solid craftsmanship.
Yes. With your 24, however, you do recall when the guard was when the guard was locking and unlocking the cell, he didn't have a key ring. He had a singular key.
Ooh. Where are the guards now? They cleared this area, right?
When you had come in, you remember seeing one at kind of like a check-in counter where he wrote down how many of you there were, but didn't ask any of you your names. And then out front, there were 2 guards, but you haven't seen anybody patrolling or even checking in.
Gotcha. All right. So, the way I see it right now, it might be pretty difficult to get out of here. Hey, Temin.
Yes, Ko.
Do you have
Just
like
pop right up?
fucking zombied up? The Undertaker. Do you happen to have any like, I don't know, any thin like spare parts, former parts from like when you had the rest of your armor? Preferably made of metal.
I have. And you see him patting himself down, like, oh. He pulls out an old dagger from Mushika.
Okay.
I do have a mess kit as well.
Huh. The mess kit.
With simple cutlery and a cup.
Yes. Give me the mess kit. Send me over the mess kit. Just toss it over.
These are steel doors, right? Like they're steel bars or...
Yeah, they're iron steel composite.
Okay, so I didn't know if it was like a wooden door or not.
So did they lock the door with Temen's, with Raffaangelo as well?
Are you testing the door?
Oh, how far is he? Is it the cell like? Is it like
You're about
5
10 feet
space?
between the 2 doors.
Okay. And the bars are like what, 6 inches apart, so I could just toss it through the thing.
Yeah.
At him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Nice.
Are you planning to cook food? Ko. Just throws it over to him.
Not quite. I'm planning to like cook up a something to get us out of here.
He's
How about
cooking
that?
something.
Cooking something. Yeah, if I get the mess kit, then I will open it up and I will try to use the fork. I'm gonna use my telekinesis to like bring the fork out and try to like stick it into the lock and see if we can get a nice old lock pick attempt.
Telekinesis, it's not technically sleight of hand, but it is. But it also feels like Arcana. Give me an... Give me an Arcana check first.
Ooh, okay. Let's see. See if we can get a good one, y'all.
I don't like that you said first.
Ooh, a nat 20.
Ooh, okay.
So, using your telekinesis, you maneuver the small, dinky little metal fork to position in front of the lock. It's no problem to you. It doesn't waver or shake or anything. You confidently, move it over and position it into place. Now, give me a sleight of hand at disadvantage. Any good thief knows that when picking a lock, touch is very important. And as you are doing this with telekinesis, you cannot feel the tumblers.
Well, can I use my reaction to restore balance and negate that disadvantage?
Xavier's already over us.
Define for me
Like, absolutely not.
what restore balance is. Is this just a magical aura that Temin gives off as a paladin?
Okay, it's a sorcerer ability.
Oh, okay.
Clockwork sorcerer.
Oh,
So,
yes.
Your connection to the plane of absolute order allows you to equalize chaotic moments. When a creature you can see within 60 feet of you is about to roll a d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage. In my mind, it's like he's either slowing down time or speeding it up, but like restoring balance in some kind of way. Like, you ever like played those racing games and like you're drifting and you just slow down time for a moment of clarity? Kind of
Like in Legend
I
of
got you.
Zelda, when he winds up with the bow.
Yeah.
I got you. Yes, thanks to Temin's recently awakened capabilities, as you're trying to pick this with the fork, all of a sudden you just feel in tune with this lock. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Temin's just staring at you, by the way. But just like...
Yeah.
Laser focus.
One second. I gotta fix this.
Sure, Temin, sure.
That was a really low roll, but I have something that can fix it for me.
Oh no.
I can't help you there.
No, I can fix it myself. I just have to remember where it's at. Hold on, I'm trying to find it real quick.
Side bolstered neck.
Yeah. The bolstered neck. Okay. So I'm gonna use bolstered neck to roll 1d6 to add it to my current roll, which was a 2. So that is not.
Okay.
So that is not a 2. All right, cool. So that's a 4. That makes that a 6, and then my sleight of hand is a 6, so it's a 12.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You were unsuccessful in picking the lock.
After all
Well,
that.
that was, there were highs, there were lows, but
That
man,
was a full show.
it works out for the
Even
DM
considering my
every
nat
time.
20 that I added in there at the beginning.
It's balancing itself out.
It's balanced out.
You got
All
the yin and
balance
yang
is restored.
The chaos and
Dude.
the calm.
Oh man, could you imagine if I rolled a nat 1 and a nat 20 on the same like overall check?
I love it.
True
Pain.
balance.
Is going to be his dramatic self. And at the failure of that, I'm going to try and pull the bars apart.
Oh my
I'm
god.
stepping back.
Give me a strength check,
no.
Big Blue.
Stepping back.
Give me a strength check.
Is a door.
Hey, remember,
Oh, so you
He's just testing.
Kane kicked down a lot of doors in the first dungeon.
We need to learn the
Oh.
spell knock.
Kane has a 20 strength.
But it's very loud.
Yeah, and we deal with that when we get there.
Opening doors.
17 plus, what do you want me? 5 the 5 on the top? It's not
That
a
is your
saving
bonus. Yeah.
throw. Okay. So 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
You see Kane grab his big clawed hands around the bars. And are you pulling like Superman style or towards you?
Probably the Superman to try and get bodies through. It might not get me through, but
Sure.
it'll get somebody through.
You see him pulling and straining, the muscles on his shoulders and trapezius just really becoming defined, pressed up against his scaly skin as he just pulls and pulls, and you begin to hear the groaning of this metal. Kane, you're blue, but right now your face is looking kind of purple as you continue to just pull with all your might. And as you pull, you get just the slightest bit of movement, and then you feel the point of, like, all right, you are hitting exertion. You've moved it a little bit, but everything you had moved it that little bit. Are you going to continue to pull?
No.
Okay. Letting go of the bars, you just, you feel your muscles are hot now after that effort. And you all can see that, yeah, I mean, the man was able to bend him, but you wouldn't get much more than maybe a shoulder through.
Well, if that won't open them, nothing will. Hey, can you fit through that? Can you fit through that, Ko?
No.
Oh,
Literally,
wait.
my head is wider. I don't think.
Are we trying to escape?
Timon,
Yes.
keep it down.
At this
Like,
point,
he
who
just
cares
was
if we
told
keep it
by
down?
Ko, like, I just need the thing for, like,
Oh,
cutlery
sure.
or something. So he just, like, put it
Yeah,
together,
what the
like,
fuck are they doing?
oh, we're trying to escape. He just pulls out his greatsword. Would you like me to break the door down?
I want to say yes.
I'm gonna put my muzzle to the bars and be like, I want to say yes too. Do it.
A blue hand sticks out of the bars. I think twould be best if your friend here didn't go causing a ruckus. Especially considering he looks like the enemy's standing right outside the gates.
Nah,
Yeah.
pull back. I guess you're right.
Plus, we might get Valor in trouble. Like, she's already seems like she was in a little bit of a trouble, but if we...
Valor in trouble. The whole kingdom's in trouble. This whole area's in trouble. I'm pretty sure no one's gonna give a shit about themselves.
King.
Especially when
But the trouble that they're dealing with is outside, like enemies outside the wall. If we cause a ruckus inside, that's too much chaos, which could possibly lead to them not being able to defend themselves properly against the actual enemy.
On that
Just
note,
putting it out there.
I'm going to look at the blue tiefling. Oh, so that's if they see me. And I cast darkness on myself.
Timon, wait.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, an orb, a sphere of darkness, emanates from Temmin. And we are going to resolve that in a little bit. Speaking of Valor, back over at the castle. Valor, you follow Queen Raedra into this chamber. And you see that there are already people here that were waiting. Stepping in, you see Quartermaster Syrinx in one of the seats. Isteval, a veteran dragon slayer, was once a purple dragon knight, though now is more of a consult. And Regent Arthur Amberhawk, a royal with connections with many merchants, and captain of the Dauntless. They all turn to regard Queen Raedra, making a bow as she enters the room. And then as they lift their heads and see you walking in, you see Syrinx furrow his brow and look at the queen, then look back at you. Isteval kind of has a faint recognition, and then you can tell like he recognizes you, but he doesn't say anything. And then Regent Amberhawk looks at you, and then looks at the queen. I do believe we have not called a vote for any extras in the Council of the Crown. She is here with me, and as much power as you'd like to take from me, Amberhawk, I believe that I have final say. As it is now. The queen gestures for you to take a seat, and everyone sits. Syrinx speaks up.
Well, as we all know, we've enemies at our gates again. But this time it is not those bastards at Sembia. This time it seems we've grown the ire of the Zentarim. We've all heard of their misdeeds to the west. The attack they had on Waterdeep. Many lost their lives. Took them months to rebuild the damage. Cormier is not in a position for this battle. So we are all here now to discuss what our next action should be.
The queen nods. Yes. Their numbers are too vast to fight off. We have many dedicated guards, but our number of purple dragons has dwindled over the years. We would not be able to stand up to them for long. Amberhawk. Well, sure, there's some tactic that we have. We can perhaps draw them into some quarter of the city, trap them in, take them off, bottleneck them, something like that. There is no such thing for the city. There's the reason why we have the walls. Isteval, you see he's kind of just sitting there. He crosses his arms. Then why don't we evacuate? Everyone looks at him.
You can't be serious.
Syrinx speaks up.
Give this city to the Zentarim? Sembia, the capital of the Forest Kingdom? What are you saying, man?
I'm saying that there's nothing we can do. Would we fight to the last man? They'd have it anyways. You see they all mull over the proposition. Amberhawk stands in his seat and slams his fist onto the table. And who are we to know that the Zentarim themselves haven't been given information by somebody who has been missing for years? Somebody with a lot of information regarding our crown and our knights. And he's staring at you the entire time, Valor.
Like, to the wall and just... Me?
Yes,
Obviously,
you are
haven't heard what
precisely
I've been doing
the one that
the
I am
past
speaking
couple
of.
months.
Please, tell me what glorious quest you have been on while our city has needed its best and brightest. Don't think that we don't know how close you two were in that final battle against Sembia.
So are you a done making a fool of yourself. So, what I've been up to, first of all, it was a personal matter. I needed to leave on that business, and I have to say up front, I do apologize for leaving without any warning or telling any of you. Obviously, I was much younger then, and it was a poor decision on my part. And all I can say is that I'm sorry, and I hope to never. I've changed. I don't want to do that again. And hopefully, me showing up here will prove to you that I mean it. Now, what I have been doing for the past couple of months is I was actually at Waterdeep for that attack. And I helped fight them off. And then afterwards, I tell them most of our exploits, not like the good juicy details and like the important information that would help
But
them
they
just
need to
get.
know. Yeah.
I tell them the important parts, the broad strokes about how I am now a champion. I'm a part of the group, the champions of the Sword Coast, who are now have been sent this way because we've been actually fighting this war for a while now. You guys are just the newest combatants, unfortunately. I'm sorry that you did have to get wrapped up in it.
You see a smirk cross Istaval's face, and kind of an approving look as you speak of your deeds and your new title.
Takes just oh hell yeah, he thought it was kind of cool, but
Senpai noticed me.
Senpai noticed me just like a little bit, but it's cool. I'm cool. It's fine. But the reason that we're here now, and while it may not be indicative, is the way that we entered the city. That again was my bad. I guess is the best way I can put that. Was very unsure about the best way to come into this situation. Wasn't sure what the vibes were. I was just trying to keep it low-key and not cause any extra distress in a time of lots of distress. But the group that I'm a part of right now is working their way towards the Sea of Fallen Stars to help. Right now we need to, Grace is thinking, we're retrieving something before the bad guys get it.
Yeah. At the Pirate Isles.
Thank you. Just those are the notes I take, which is probably the worst part.
That's
of
right.
You speak of those that we locked up in the stronghold with you.
Yeah. No, they aren't actually any kind of criminals. That was just me trying to not cause any kind of scene, which
And can they
the best way to
vouch for these new deeds of yours? This prestigious title.
Well, you've got the champion of Waterdeep locked up down there. You could just go ask him.
You see a kind of side glance. Champion of Waterdeep. Yes. When you had first said that, I thought that you were mistaken. And now I see that you are clearly mad.
Oh, mad? No, I just know my history really well. You should go down there and talk to him yourself. His name is Kane. He's a large blue dragon guy, really hard to miss. And I think you'll really like him. And I think he's really gonna like you too.
I will not be threatened in this chamber.
I'm not threatening you. I just told you that I'm pretty sure you'd like him.
There's a moment of silence. Please sit back down, Amberhawk. And he takes his seat. She then looks at Istaval. Perhaps you're correct. Perhaps now would be the time to evacuate, if it's not already too late. We should mobilize all the people and head to the secret tunnels beneath the city. Of course, my queen. They haven't been used in quite a long time. It's possible that some of them could be collapsed, and we'd find ourselves in a dead end. Well, perhaps 'twould be better to be hidden underground than be left for the slaughter above. Of course. Cyrix stands up now from his seat, and he looks at you long and hard, and then looks back at the queen.
Well, I'll get all the guards on evacuating the citizens under the city. The Dragon Knights will hold off the Zentarim if they try anything within the night, which we're suspecting they will. The guards on the northern wall have stated that they have seen their siege weapons reach their completion. Could be any time now. They could attack at sunset or sunrise. So if we are to move, we must do so now. And Valor, I hope
Straightens up.
you truly are back to aid our city, for you find us in our darkest hour.
I would like to stand and just say, I'm here for the long haul. I missed home.
Then it's time you redon the purple.
Okay. Yes. I didn't save that. Just takes it out of her pocket and puts it back on.
Good. You see another, smirk from Istaval. Amberhawk now stands and looks at everybody. Well, I will have no involvement with any of the combat. Please remind me where these tunnels are so I may be headed there myself. Syrinx then turns and crosses his arms at Amberhawk.
You can get in line with the other citizens. In fact, I should place you in the back of it, as you are on the Council of Crown.
You've got a city to put in front of you. And a point of responsibility. You gotta take care of those underneath you first.
Well, the people need a leader.
Yeah, and someone to bring up the rear.
All right. The meeting comes to a close, and Istaval and Syrinx have a very brief conversation. It's more of a conversation of nods and grunts than it is of any real words. But you know that they exchanged.
Catch it.
They exchanged the information they needed to, and Istaval leaves to rally the forces for the new plan. And Syrinx motions for you to follow him to the barracks for armament.
Yes. I think that went rather well as I pass by Raydra.
She
That wasn't bad.
She smiles to you. Yes, we'll catch up later.
Yep.
So, Phoebe, you have about 10 minutes left on your wild shape.
Run, baby, run.
Mouse legs.
Your little mouse legs can get you back to the stronghold just in time for it to run off, or you can continue to do whatever you want. I'm just letting you know.
During that interaction, or at some point while they were going to that meeting, I kind of had, I feel like Phoebe would try to sneak into a bag or a pocket of Valor's. To stow away.
Sitting down at the table, having the very
Well,
serious
obviously
conversation.
on the way,
into,
you're
my
walking,
bag.
you're distracted by the pretty lady,
Where are you? Distraction? Me?
Yeah, I mean, you can crawl into Valor's satchel, sure.
Great. That's where I am.
Okay, you're in Valor's satchel, and you've got 10 minutes left on wild shape. Perfect.
Sweet.
Syrinx leads you to the barracks. There's a path from the castle to the barracks. Very simple. And he stops in the courtyard, halfway between the two. You can already hear the guards rushing about and telling people to get out of their homes, and they're telling them all to meet in certain squares around the city so that they can go to these secret tunnels. They're moving pretty quick and efficiently. I mean, Cormyr isn't a rinky-dink city, or a rinky-dink kingdom, and Sembia is a well-oiled machine.
Valor,
Syrinx.
do you remember during your training in the Northern Sands when, well, it would be hard to forget, as it is part of every purple dragon's initiation, left with little rations and a blade. Do you know why we give you that test?
To test our problem-solving skills, I would assume.
In a way, your survival is the reward for that kind of a test. It's to test loyalty. Where do you go from those sands? Right back here. And here you stand again. Do not make me question the loyalty of one of our dragons again.
Absolutely, sir. If anything, maybe think of it as a secondary sands test that I needed to go through to know that this is the place that I will always be coming back to. And it's the only place I want to be anymore.
You see a rare smile crack on the wrinkled face of Syrinx, and he nods with approval.
Your companions. I suspect they've been in the stronghold all day.
Yeah. I have no reason to think that they would be trying to escape right now, but I can say that they're an antsy bunch, but that's just because they always need something to be doing with their hands, you know.
Yes, I saw the group you were traveling with. A lot of variation there. Yes.
Well, let us see. And as he says that, you hear this massive eruption. The sound of stone hitting stone. You feel the force under your feet as you turn and look to the northwest. The wall has just been struck by a massive boulder. One of the war machines you had seen being constructed on your way in was in fact a trebuchet, and it is now making its work on the northwestern portion of the wall.
And it seems we're already out of time.
Oh God, yeah, we gotta get them out now. We've fought this shit so many times.
I'll get them. Go into the barracks. You know where the armaments are. And I'll be right back to meet with you.
All right.
Okay. As you are splitting your ways, Phoebe, you've got a couple minutes at most. You feel it's getting close. You get that like tingly, tight sensation. And as you're parting your ways, you see like this light start to form around you, Valor. And you pause and kind of look in inquiry, and you hear somebody call out, "Look out!" And you turn and see a flaming boulder crash into the courtyard. And Syrinx goes flying in the dust.
Skirt. Whoa, no, we're going back. We're gonna go back. Gotta go check on him. Shit.
I feel like that's Valor's genuine reaction.
Hey, buddy.
Syrinx lays there for a moment, and he holds his head as he starts to come to. You're the first to get to him, but you see other guards and a couple of Purple Dragon Knights are also rushing to the scene. He looks up at you, Valor.
I'll be fine.
And you
we
see...
need to get Phoebe. She's...
Yeah, hearing that, Phoebe's gonna jump out of her satchel and she's gonna drop the wild shape and immediately crouch and start healing him.
Okay.
Phoebe!
Hi!
Baby, what are you doing?
You see,
Baby, you're supposed to be in jail.
I know, but I followed you because I wanted to make sure you were okay, and it's,
Baby,
I'm
you're
really glad.
supposed to be in jail.
I'm glad that I'm here. She's healing him. I'm
Yeah,
helping
and they
him.
say we're the bad ones. This one, look at
Jailbird.
law.
She's the most rebellious,
Go to jail.
honestly.
Go through jail, you're done.
She's going through her angsty phase, okay?
So, it's called character development. Anyways.
Ran away from home.
Yeah. So, both of Syrinx's legs are broken from the force and the impact. Phoebe, you're healing the tissue and the internal bleeding, but you know that you need to set these for the magic to do the rest of its work.
Mm-hmm.
And you
Do I
have
know
one
how to do
arm.
that? Shit! Valor, I need your help.
Okay.
Normally I'd be able to do this, but because of new circumstances, I
Setting
can't.
bone.
Yes.
I've been on a warfield before.
All right.
Alright, so I don't.
Here we
so
go!
much.
So it's simple enough with both of you, and he winces and cries out. Well, actually, he winces in pain, but you know, Syrinx, there's no anguish that you would expect from this kind of pain, but you know he's feeling it. The other guards and Dragon Knights now have come to the circle, and they're like, oh, you know, like, some of them are dumbfounded about what we do. Two of them call out for medical assistance. Phoebe, you were able to stabilize his wound. He will probably keep his legs, but he won't be running. Nor dancing, if you ask Algernon. So, you see Syrinx kind of fumble with his belt, and he pulls off a key ring, and he kind of, with a shaky hand, starts picking at them and hands one to you.
For your companions.
Alright, we need to get you two, get him to the, I don't know, queen. Wherever
Yeah.
wherever's a good point hub for him.
Two of the
situation.
Yeah, two of the Dragon Knights are already on it. They're getting him up on a stretcher, and you see one of them looks at you, and there's a moment of recognition. But it's a similar situation to when you had recognized them before on a bloody field of battle, before they rush off on their task. And you...
Before they rush off, before everybody leaves, I'm just gonna say directly to the source, if you see any dogs, any of those weird dog automatons, they're weak to lightning.
We'll spread the word.
Off we go.
All right. Well, back in the stronghold, behind bars, Temin just cast Darkness. For those of you unaware, Darkness creates a sphere of literal darkness around the target, in this case being Temin, the caster himself. It is a 60-foot sphere. So
No, it's a 15-foot radius, but it's the
oh,
range
the range is 60 foot. Sorry, 15-foot radius.
on myself. Yeah.
So if Temin were standing at the bars, part of the cell would be in his sphere of darkness. It also means that if he's standing up against the wall, whatever's on the other side will see part of a sphere of darkness cutting through.
Which is
like a
true
video
because it wraps around.
Mm-hmm. It goes around corners, it goes through cracks, it's
Yep.
everywhere. So, you cast darkness on yourself.
Yes, and as he does this, you hear him say, "Oh, hello, darkness, my old friend."
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Sorry, the whole town burns down. We're done.
Burn down the whole town.
Yeah, good campaign, guys.
U is for
I didn't want
uranium
Cormier anyway.
bombs. Temerity speaks up.
You've a bit of a wild card there.
Nope. My throat's all fucked up. You know what he says.
Actually, I don't. Can you please try again?
Yeah.
One more time. One more again.
You've a bit of a wild card there.
Oh,
I'll allow
yes. And I'm gonna use Booming Blade, and then swing to attack the door.
All right. Roll me an attack.
Yep.
This shit's
Reckless
gonna be loud.
That's the point.
No.
We want them
My
to come
boy!
Aller,
Alright.
you told them. You already told them we're breaking out.
Yeah,
in. Oh yeah.
I love it. I'm all for it. By the way.
So, Ko and Kane,
Natural 20.
perfect. From your cell,
Balance has been restored.
from your
go, baby.
cell, you see no more Temin, just darkness ahead of you. You don't see his bars or his cell. You are familiar with this spell, so you know what he's doing, but you can't see him. And as you're kind of like, oh boy, what's Temin gonna do now?
Here he goes, Kane. You see what you started.
You hear this massive eruption of metallic, just clang and grind, just this like kind of sound, and it echoes across the stone. Like you can't help but wince and reach up for your ears. Temin, what is your critical damage?
Booming Blade, so that is 12.
It's kind of massive. Just throw a divine smite in there for good
Yeah,
measure.
yeah.
You want me to?
Get on top.
It's 33 without the Divine Smite.
So 33 points of damage to the bars. So as you hit it, you feel the force of the impact and kind of that vibration. But then as you begin pulling the blade back, the vibration continues and you feel it starts to travel up your arms, and then you're forced back against the wall. You're going to take 15 points of reflected damage. And as Temin is pushed back into the wall, Kane and Ko, you see the bars now become visible again as the sphere of darkness pulls back. And the bars on the door of the cell faintly emanate this magical aura before dissipating. And when it dissipates, you can see in the corner of where some of the bars meet, there is a sizable divot where Temin hit.
Okay, so Tevin's out. Now we got to get out, Ko. This isn't a joke, okay? So our jokes that we just did, we can get out.
But Kane, he's not exactly out.
He's gonna be before us. Are you gonna let that happen?
Have at it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take a couple of stones back, and I will actually have at it. I'll use that to give him a bardic inspiration.
Question: what kind of lock is on the store?
A kind of lock. So the
Yes.
lock is kind of forged into the bars of the door itself. So you've got these big tall bars for the wall of the front wall, and then one long bar between the middle. You then have a cutout where the door is with smaller spaced bars. Where the keyhole is, it's a metal thing configured into the door itself. It's not a separate piece. It's all one together.
So, I would like to try to melt the bars with my electricity.
That's
Need to like superheat that, like that.
So I looked it up. 1/4 of the world's steel is produced by an electric arc method, which uses high current electrical arches to melt steel.
she knew we were gonna be like that
She
one's
knew.
odd.
Did this
It
woman
turns
little
it to
different.
liquid steel.
She was like, "It's
I'm
alright."
so
I got
proud
Did
it."
of
this
her right
woman
now.
just educate herself for a D&D maneuver?
You
Yes.
damn straight.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Ladies and
Man,
gentlemen,
you have ascended.
all right.
Kane
Missing
wants
brain.
out. It's worth a shot.
Kane
Give
wants
me
out. Fucking, I'm
your-
backing up.
Give
They have to
me
keep their hands busy.
your lightning breath attack.
Lightning breath. Lightning breath. Okay. So it's nothing to add on. What is it? What does it say? 16 dex? Why does it say 16 dex?
That's the
As
save.
a saving throw.
Oh, it doesn't need to save because it's a door, right? Or a wall.
Yep.
Or bars.
Sure. The answer is yes. It does not.
17.
Or no, it does not.
17. Flat.
Hold on. No. You're not rolling. You're rolling damage. You're not rolling to hit. When you use your breath weapon, it has a cone or a line or whatever shape. Anybody caught in that space has to save. Those that do not succeed take the full amount of damage. So give me 3d6 lightning, please.
3d6. 2, 3, and 3.
Two, 3, and 3. Sorry. So 8 points of lightning. So you watch. Temin. No, you cannot. You've got blind fighting, but you can't actually see through. Ko. You see Kane kind of ready his stance, open his maw, and this arc of lightning shoots out and crackles against the bars. You see it kind of spreads out and then coalesces into one spot, and then shoots back at Kane.
Oh my god.
Kane, in the moment that it starts shooting back at you, you hear that familiar presence in the back of your mind. Do you respond?
Mentally, yeah, I can't talk because I'm pretty occupied.
You're the dentist. Yeah.
Do you floss? Yeah. Can't you tell?
Every
Stop
day.
talking, please. I'm trying to work.
If you would just shut the fuck up. Also, I have a bunch of questions.
So, yes, the lightning starts to come back at you, Kane. And then, Ko, you see the collar begin to lattice up and form that metallic dragon head as an extra burst of energy shoots forward, and now it is focused on this one point. I assume it was the lock you were targeting?
Yeah, just anywhere that I feel like would melt it, that I need to get out, so we could get out.
Okay, we'll say Kane's smart
So
enough
lock.
to focus on the door.
Yeah, I was gonna focus on the locker hinges, but then I didn't want you to be like,
The
it didn't
lid.
work, so now it's frozen shut. Like, no.
And then you melted it shut. All right, don't worry
Yeah.
about it. So,
Okay.
as that happens, Kane, you are now pulsing energy into the bars. Temin, after getting blasted into the wall, now what are you going to do?
How solid is the wall?
Solid stone. When you hit it, it didn't move.
Oh! That was surprising. I guess when you hit the bars, they hit back.
You don't have to do anything. I was just asking if there was something that you had wanted to do.
Do I hear it, Kane?
Yeah, you can hear the electric pulse of energy.
And what is Kane doing? Trying to blast it
Yep.
again? I think... Oh, you're going to blast it, Kane. Okay, then. And, give me a moment. And he's gonna start crawling back up onto, Raffaangelo. And, like, almost as if he's tucking himself back into bed, he's just gonna go and just drop darkness.
Okay.
Just because he wanted to make the noise if any of the guards were gonna come.
Yep. Ko, you see the darkness disappear, and as that happens, a guard rushes up and looks. By the gods! What is happening in here?
Can't cage the beast, man. Co's just gotta like lean back
Goes
against the
against
wall.
I'm innocent.
His eyes are bugging out of his head. He is shocked at what he's seeing. And then he just he turns to like run, and then he looks back, and then you all feel this tremendous rumbling force beneath your feet. He kind of stops for a moment. Stop!
Quick, get us out of here. Get us out of here. The floor is gonna cave in. Please, let us out.
Can we get out?
It'll calm down. Like,
Kane, did you stop?
I mean, when the guy came in screaming, sure.
Okay. So, the metal parts back into the collar, and you see the bars are red hot where you were pulsing energy into Kane. Sorry, when I say red hot, it is white hot. It is right at the point where it was starting to melt. He's looking at it. He's looking at you guys. You felt the rumble. You just, please, we don't want any trouble here. I'm part-time. Like, I can't be having this.
I have 3 kids.
I'm gonna
He's
just
there for the
nod.
benefits.
I'm gonna lose my job.
I know. I'm gonna nod at
Please
the guy and be
don't
like,
escape.
"Yeah, you don't deserve any of this. So like, if you just give me the keys, we'll all just be out of here."
You know what? Sure. Could you punch me on your way out? Make it look like you roughed me
we
up?
can certainly do that.
Absolutely. Give me the keys.
Okay. All right. As he reaches for his belt, you hear somebody run in, and he turns to look at them. And he's kind of like, he's doing something wrong in this moment, so he's like surprised by them. The city's under attack. They've started the siege. Okay. And then he kind of like fumbles with the belt for a second. What are you doing? Get out here! Look, should we leave them in here? And then you
I will
feel.
use command.
I'm gonna scream. Give me the keys. Give me the keys, or I'm gonna punch you too. Come on.
I'm gonna
Just give me the keys.
stop. The new guy that just came in. It is like have him stop.
Okay.
Using command. Oh shit! Does he have to? He has to.
Yeah, he has to do a wisdom save.
A wisdom save.
Oh well, he failed. You feel a second force vibration beneath your feet.
Quick, hurry up. We'll die in here if anything happens to the structural integrity of this building.
And that guy's gonna die in here, and you'll die in here if we have to hold you. Give me the
Here,
fucking keys
just
so you can run away, kid.
take it. He tosses it to you.
Thank you. And yes, just get out of here.
And he
And
runs
I'll release
out.
the other guy from the command.
He kind of like and then
bullies.
runs out.
I'll look at Cone being like, "What are they, stupid? Give me the keys."
Did he hand it over or no?
Yeah.
He
Okay,
tossed
cool,
it
cool.
into
Good.
So
into the cell.
the cell is super hot still.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta touch
cooling
that
down.
king.
It's now like a deep red color. You know, it's
Alright,
still
yeah.
very hot, but
It'll give me a burn, but I can slip through and maybe get it just a little.
Give
Listen,
me
listen.
the key.
No,
Give me the
we
key.
can go through this. We gotta get the keys to the pirate guy.
Oh my god, we have the key to
Jesus
open the cell cave. Just let me open
Valor.
it. Nobody needs to hurt.
as
Oh
you
my God.
approach the stronghold, you see 2 guards sprinting out, panicked. But everybody around you is panicked right now.
We're all panicked.
So you rush in, and you hear Kane and Co bickering as Kane is like approaching the bars of his cell, which are red hot.
Guys, I got the key.
Oh shit.
We have the key too.
We have a key too,
What?
but he doesn't really want to use it properly.
No, I want to use it.
Why
I
are your
just want
bars
to-
so hot?
I worked hard
What
on
the
those
fuck have you
bars.
guys been
I wanted
doing
to
in here?
use the bars.
Well,
Christ. All right, I
you're gonna
unlocked.
get burned.
If the city is
Well,
under
I'm not gonna
attack,
get
we ain't
burned.
got much time.
Nobody needs to get burned. I can
No, we
literally
need to get you guys
turn the
to get-
key
I can
without
do this.
nobody
Shut up. Let me open. I open the door.
Mm.
I open the door. Because I don't get hurt by fire. I'm
Oh
fire
yeah,
resistant.
that's right. See, that makes so
Jesus
much more
Christ.
sense, Kane, than your argument.
Well, you would
That's
take
what
reduced
keys I have.
damage, but yeah. All right.
These keys are
Did you
stupid
throw-
anyways.
I'm gonna catch the keys that Kane is trying to throw. Like, why are you getting rid of the keys? This guy needs to get out too.
She has
was gonna
keys, use
say.
her keys.
Well, does my key open that other
She has
guy's
one.
door?
She has
That
one
other guy
key.
has a different key. I only got the one key.
Kane has all the master keys. He's like, fuck these things.
Oh, you
Screw
caught them,
everybody
Kane.
else.
Get 'em.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll
he gave
free
you
everybody.
one key, Valor, and the guard threw one key.
Okay.
Ko, you remember one,
yeah, it was
key
one key
on the key ring.
For all the locks. Okay, we're good. We're good.
Oh, okay.
But
so
now we can
the one
open up
key-
all the locks double time. You go to that one, I'll go to this one. I'll free Tevin. You free this new blue guy over here.
Yeah. As Ko comes over, Tevin's like, "Oh, I hear Valor," and he lifts the blanket off of himself, but he still has darkness on. It's just it only gets covered when he's completely covered. The darkness goes away. So as soon as he pulls the sheet off, the darkness comes back. Oh,
Tevin, did
Yeah.
you turn into a void? What? I was
He does
gone
this from
like
time to time.
20 minutes.
That was
What?
20 minutes too long.
Jesus.
we were doing
I don't even know who
breakout
you are, but I'm
now.
gonna let you out.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that guy
sorry,
says
yeah.
that he
We need. To
he's
get
gonna
you
help
guys-
us.
Yes.
Oh.
So,
Yeah, we need to get you to a ship.
Valor, as
I want
He
you
says he has one.
as you unlock the other cell, you see in front of you there is a blue tiefling. He is standing there bemused, and you see he has these. He's got black trousers, a pale blue sash. He's got a rich blue skin tone and a dirty white loose tunic that is cuffed at the wrists with 2 leather bracers. He's wearing numerous necklaces and rings, and his hair is tied back in kind of a messy bun, a few strands down his face. Well,
Okay.
Good to be stretching my legs again. Thank you, lass.
I want to stand in front of the door, like have the door open, but like not let him pass, just sort of like appraise him. And I'm like, yeah, what's your name?
Temerity. Pleasure to meet you.
Merity.
And you are.
I do like a curtsy.
Mhm.
Valor, great to meet you. Are you good with a ship?
Aye, the best you'd find.
Will you take these fine folks to wherever, and I mean it, wherever they need to go if we can get you a ship?
We've found ourselves a bit of an agreement.
I love that. One step ahead of me, and I put my hand out.
He looks at the purple dragon knight badge on your chest and then down at your hand, and he takes it. It's a rough, sloppy handshake. You feel like he's purposefully doing a poor job.
Well,
Take note. Valor will remember this.
Yep.
pleasure to make your acquaintance. Now, it seems you've a city to protect.
This way.
He saunters out, and you all now get a good look at him. And he stretches, kind of in an animated way. He had plenty of space in his cell, but he's choosing to do so right here. You all feel another rumble.
So, are we staying for this fight or are we leaving for this fight? What's exactly happening?
They're evacuating the city. We are protecting as many folks as we can, I think. Fighting back where we can, but mostly getting the fuck out of Dodge.
We gotta go. So
I
the
see.
less people they have to deal with, the better. So
I figured we just need to scoot y'all out as fast as
Mhm.
possible, and y'all are one less group of people that the rest of the city needs to worry about.
honestly,
That's fair.
and to be fair, Valor shouldn't even have to do this. We totally had it, okay? We totally had
No,
it.
we
Thank
didn't.
you, Valor.
Let's go.
We totally.
So
let's go.
You all are making your way out of the stronghold, and you see at the kind of check-in desk there is a cell behind it where the belongings are held, and you all reacquire your weapons and belongings. Temin, are you still under the?
Oh yeah, he's back under the covers. So.
All right.
We might as well let it be because he does look
You're still
like
in the city.
the enemy.
You're still in the city. So
Yeah.
Temerity
That's smart.
Temerity then walks in after you, and you see he's kind of looking around. I knew it was around here. Just give me a moment. And you see he grabs a hat and he puts it on. Not my style. And he kind of, begins to look around some of the other items. He pulls out a sword and kind of just, flourishes it a little bit. But it's no scabbard. What's one to do? Oh, sorry.
I think we should probably hurry up. We could pick up something along the way at some point. But
Yes,
for now,
We are in quite the rush. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself.
Yes. And then you
oh
see
no,
he
I
reaches
understand. I
in.
get it. And I'll say that as I flip the
Aesthetic.
crystal shard dagger in my hand.
You
I
see he kind of
understand.
looks at it. That's a nice piece you've got there. And he he grabs some items, and then all right, and now he has some rush to him. When you all get out of the stronghold, it is mass chaos. There is people running all over the place. The second rumble that you felt was another boulder hitting the northwestern wall. Valor, when you had seen it before, there was a little bit of damage up at the top. Now there is a sizable divot in it, and you can see that there are many guards and knights up there fighting what appears to be Zentarim climbing up the walls.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Gotta go. We gotta go.
Temptation. Oh.
No, everyone else has their own evacuation parties to take care of. They were sent to go do that. My job is to get you guys where you need to go.
No, you're
Get you
right.
where you need to go.
You see Temerity walks past all of you and kind of saunters, just casually, through the groups of running and screaming people, his eyes transfixed on a ship in the harbor.
I'll walk up quickly alongside him. And so that's the one.
aye, she's the one.
And I'm gonna look back at Kane and Temin, or Raffaangelo and Kane.
Phoebe's there too.
Phoebe's back, yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yes, Phoebe. He says we gotta get that one over there. So should we just beeline it straight to it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys good with that? All right. Formation team. Phoebe in the middle. Go your spot, everybody. Because you'll get lost easily, and people like to kidnap you most of all.
Fair point.
If anyone's looking to kidnap anyone in a situation like this.
Listen,
but-
that's what we thought, and then you came back without an arm.
Fair point. Let's go.
Fair.
So you follow Valor, seeing all this, and your companions are here kind of deliberating as Temerity is heading off to the harbor. What are you doing?
Well, do I see anyone in close proximity that is struggling? Because if there's nobody right here that desperately needs help immediately, I really just want to get these guys gone.
Sure.
Get them to the ship.
Yeah.
You guys,
You,
we're all going on, y'all.
I want to escort my buddies, make sure that they're okay, and then go help the bigger project.
Perfect.
Take care of small project first.
You accompany your companions to the harbor. Temerity saunters his way up the dock and you see that there has been a ramp placed on the Dauntless, which anybody familiar with docking knows that there shouldn't be when a ship is docked. And Temerity kind of looks at it.
Correct. This fish.
And he saunters on up it. And then he rests a hand on the wood.
Aye, 'tis a fine ship. Come.
Do I see Arthur asshole anywhere?
You do
He's
not
sus.
see him.
Where is he?
You do not see him.
Mm.
But if your spider sense is tingling, maybe follow up on that.
Yeah, my spider sense is tingling, so I want to bring that to the attention of everybody that I know whose ship this is, and he was a little flighty on our evacuation plan of getting the civilians out first. He had very flighty feet. So...
Yes. So she tells you all of Regent Arthur Amberhawk, who is hoity-toity, thinks he's better than you, merchant-connected royal, and, yeah. He didn't believe in citizens first, and this is his ship.
Can we search the ship real quick?
Well, no need, because if you accompany your companions onto the deck, the captain's door swings open, and Amberhawk comes out with a salty-looking character. You must get this ship out of this dock. You.
Out of the dock? You're going without us?
You are trespassing on this vessel. You must all get off of here.
And I'm
You're
pretty sure
abandoning your
supposed to be with
post.
your people.
He pulls a sword. I won't say it again.
I mean, it's popping right off a ref.
That's not competition.
Pull the covers off.
How many, is it just him?
It's just him
It's
and
him and one
a
Fuck that
sailor.
guy. I'm gonna fucking whole person this dude. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I was like, if it's just these two weak guys,
Incorrect.
I'll just.
I
failed.
think you should stop. Oh.
Failed immediately.
Come here.
Done.
You're done.
As they're
done.
so he has the captain and like whole person, right?
Yep, he
Yeah.
is just there.
Amber
Mid
Hawk.
sentence just cuts off. Mid movement
The
cuts
stuffed
off. He
shirt.
just
Yep,
stop.
he just.
And the other person's still standing next to him.
Yeah, the sailor's like, I don't want any
Okay.
trouble.
No, we don't want any trouble either. I'm gonna slowly approach. We don't want any trouble, and I'm gonna pick up the captain, and I'm like,
gonna say you do that. Arthur, this is Kane, the champion of Waterdeep that I was
Oh,
speaking
hey.
of before. Who would be
Hey.
able to vouch for all of the wonderful, amazing war efforts that
Wonderful.
we've been doing so far.
Mhm.
And actually, right now, since I can see that you are about to abandon your post, we're gonna 180 that and spin this into a positive direction. This boat is actually going to be used to further the war efforts and get these folks ahead of the Zentarim over to
Exactly.
the important pirate isles they need to be
Exactly.
at.
So thank you
you're
for
gonna
your
come with me?
service. No.
Absolutely.
He will. Just give him a minute. He needs to cool off, and I'm gonna throw him on the side of the ship into the water.
He will drown, Kane. He
Hold him.
cannot.
Let
he
him
can-
go. Let him go.
I don't want to
Because
let
he
him
can
go.
drive.
He will drown Kane.
I was
Fine.
told him-
Yes,
Yeah,
you're
yes,
right.
Thank you.
I will release the whole person so he
So
can try
you
to
hear the
swim
splash, and then after a moment, there's like nothing, and then you hear more splashing. I'm
I'm gonna look
Meet
at
you
the
at the
sailor.
shore.
I'm gonna look at the sailor. So you're gonna go that way. You're gonna go that way. We could do the willing way or the unwilling way.
I was offered coin to aid on this vessel if you need any aid.
Oh. Huh.
I'm gonna look at
Don't
Temerity.
throw him off.
I'm not interested in joining whatever battle's happening over there.
Well, then you're hired, and I'll slip him 5 gold right now.
Oh, you got it.
Thank you.
Easy.
Well, I
You're
thought you were
hired.
saying he had already been paid.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
These are serious times, Phoebe. Look at it. Look at their city.
From our standpoint, I was, okay.
It's okay.
You hear Temerity yell out. He's standing up at the wheel, at the helm of the ship. All right, let's get those lines up. Draw the
What?
sails.
On what?
I
Oh,
am
no,
gonna
they've
look at
never
this
been on
guy
ship
and be like, "Hey, you heard the captain. That's the captain."
I'm asking what to draw them
Management.
on.
I don't know.
Parchments, the boards.
All right, you dog. He points at the sailor. Get to it, or you'll be swimming. You'll be swimming with that one.
Women with the hawk.
Yeah.
The hawk. God.
Another rumble comes, and you see actually there is a force from this one as the water level kind of raises and lowers. All the ships go up and down for a moment. Looking back from where you are, you actually have a straight shot line of sight down the main road of Sambia, Valor, and you see the front gates are splintering.
Uh-oh.
Guys, I have to go.
You got it.
I can get you on this ship, but I don't think I can go with you. I have to stay and help this.
Phoebe's gonna run up and hug Valor.
Okay.
I know
Okay.
you have to stay. I just was hoping you might come.
Can't
Sort
hear you,
of pick
Phoebe.
her up.
Pick her up like a doll.
Pick her up by the underarms. She just kind of sat in front of me. I'm like, baby, as much as I gripe about you, I've learned a lot. Now, if you could learn one thing from me, I look her right in the face and I say, bees sting too. Get them with the pointy end, okay? And I give her a hug and put her down. I'm like, y'all are the best, and I wish you the best of luck, and I hope to see you farther and down this campaign fighting in that last battle, because you're not allowed to die at these stupid pirate islands or whatever, and I'm certainly not dying here. So, I will see you later.
Yeah.
Looking at Kane.
Valor,
Okay.
we will see you again.
Later.
Go.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
in
yeah.
that. Love you all. I gotta go bye.
Taps her right on the back. As
Understood.
and cast bless on her. Give her a
Go
second.
kick some ass, Valor, and then bardic inspiration for the last
Yeah!
I'm gonna miss you
Alright.
guys so much as I like
one.
rip the plank off so they can just get going. Like, yeah, I like wait just a second when I run back to the dock just to like send them off, and then I sprint back into the city to help whoever I can.
Perfect. You all see as Valor chases into the streets. She begins aiding some citizens with an elderly woman trying to bring their items with them.
I pick her up.
All right, perfect. On the Dauntless, you see Temerity has relented and is now aiding in this with this other sailor in getting the ship ready to get out of here. The lines are drawn, the sails have been dropped, and the anchor is being raised. The ship begins to pull from the harbor. The sounds of chaos continue behind you, and as the wind catches you, you're pulled away from Sambia and the battle that is only just beginning. And that is where we are going to end this episode. Fancie's
We
Fables.
just hit the ocean! No!
Oh my god. The people that can't swim.
Can't swim?
Fail.
That's okay. I got Raffaangelo just
I
for
know.
Oh
this.
yeah.
They
It's
said
a
flotation
crew
device
can't
now.
swim for the ocean.
It's like One Piece, where half
It
the
is like
pirates
One
can't even like go in the
Oh my
water.
gosh, we all ate the devil fruit.
No, don't
Yeah,
speak
that's
for
right.
me. You speak for the
Can't
rest
swim
of
because of the fruit.
Well,
Giving people devil fruit this entire time.
I would like you all to join in with me with a great big thank you for our guest for this past entire chapter of Fancie's Fables End of Eras. Grace.
Did it. She defied the odds.
The
She's gonna
Edgar
get
Allan Poe.
2 episodes. She got it all.
Valor, yes.
Yes.
She has been with us for quite some time. And it's been a great
Made
time.
it, folks. It's been so fun. Thanks so much for having me.
Yes,
It
thank
was
you
so
for
much
being
fun
here.
having you.
It was awesome.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to scream about your shenanigans more in chat.
Yes.
She's gonna yell at us because she's in
about
it.
Cohen fame.
Yep. Yes, so we are about to begin the next chapter of End of Eras. Well, as the crew sets off on another adventure, Temin had something he wanted to say.
Oh, did he really?
Nasty.
Does he
Oh,
now?
yes.
Does he?
The important thing will
Got
come
another one?
later for Phoebe, but this is a joke. For now.
Wow.
Hello?
What kind of druid is the most difficult for a geometrist to figure out?
Say that again.
What kind of druid is the most difficult for a geometrist? One who studies shapes to figure out.
Oh,
Circle of something,
Phoebe.
right? But what are all the druid circles?
Don't look at me.
You're the one who's playing a druid!
Does that have something to do with wild shape? Alright, tell me.
Circle
A
of...
moon druid, because they're always wild shaped.
Oh my actual. I'm gone. I'm out. I'm actually.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
I fucking can't.
Waka waka.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Waka
That-
waka?
That really just threw
Is
us
the
even
Muppet?
further.
Yeah, the Muppets.
And then in battle sequences,
It was all Grace,
he
it wasn't
turns
me.
into Anime.
Wait,
And he's like
all
this
I heard
badass
was
warforged,
Shakira.
and then as soon as we're done with combat, he turns back into a Muppet. Like
Muppet Temin? I
Yes.
love
Oh
this.
my god.
Fucking dead.
We need to make this a thing.
except
Alright.
when he's in combat, he's anime.
So he's kind of like what's his face from One Punch, where
Oh,
he's
Saitama.
like, yeah,
Saitama.
he's like
Yes.
derpy, and then like for 10 seconds of the show, he's like
Oh,
all
no, that's
serious.
Saitama.
Yeah.
I had a moment where I almost thought if we were gonna stay in town for longer, I was gonna take the sheet or whatever and wrap it around his head and poke eye holes in it and just
Oh
run
my
around like that.
god, dude.
If there wasn't
Oh
a siege, I would have had so much fun walking around the city with y'all. It would have been.
It would have
really
been
good time.
fucking amazing.
It was high chaos.
You guys can come visit later when we're not in a war.
Yeah.
Yes. After the war is over.
I
we
can't
shall
wait to
visit.
see Sembia post Zentarim conflict. But
Post-war.
Minus some
that.
walls.
Yeah. No more walls. We were thinking of an open concept for the city.
This is just
Mhm.
demo. Everyone loves demo.
All right. Well, thank you all again. You are all absolutely fantastic. We appreciate you. Our cast would like to remind you to always stay fancy.
Stay
Stay fancy. Stay fancy. Practice it. We did
Oh
that.
my god.
We get it.
Guys, we rehearsed this. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, we did.
Absolutely.
Son of a
Totally.
bitch.
So
Yeah.
Can't help but
Stay
feel
on
like this
three.
was someone's fault.
Oh my
Xavier.
god.
This is totally somebody's fault.
Wait, on 3, I thought we were saying it on 4.
I
Wait,
can't
is it
fucking
on
count.
3
bro.
or after 3?
That's
Is
too high.
mayonnaise an instrument?
Wait.
Oh.